running. I was trying to catch it, but I didn't want to interrupt you. So one of the things I was thinking about in the budget that I didn't really see was, I wondered if our police TVs and cameras throughout the city, like, do we have a really good, like, because I watch on TV in different cities how, there's an event happening and they can go right to that camera and see where it is. When I walked through the police department, I thought that area was maybe needed some money thrown at it, to say it nicely. So I wondered if that was, part of the meetings or whatever, but I think that would be a good place to put some money if we can find it. I think that, I was watching something in there's some other city that they could do that. They could zoom right in that camera and they can take pictures and they can do that before the police can get there. And I don't know, I just thought our area looked outdated, but I'm not an IT person, but I think we should throw some money at that. That was one of the things I was thinking about for the budget.
Invest in our police department.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably sounds better than
Through the chair.
Yeah.
We're definitely doing that, and I know there's, with the cameras new coming in, that's going to expand that to all the TVs, where they're able to see all these different things. But I think the one thing, I'll let these guys explain that more, but I think this council and myself has invested a lot into our public safety, and I'm really proud. Like I said, I had one mayor send me a text about our robotic dog, said, Taylor's just showing off now, but he was really happy for us and stuff, and he thought it was great. But I'll let you guys talk about the inside of they like it dark in there. I don't always, you feel like you're walking into a cave, but that's the way they prefer.
It's easier now. Yes, again, good evening, everyone. You asked the right question at the right time. I brought the genius that runs all these programs with the cameras. I have great news for you, but I'm going to let him explain it because he's much more intelligent at this stuff than I am. So, all yours.
So as far as the dispatch center, the cameras that you might have saw when you're walking through, some of them were down just because they were part of the old system and we're in the middle of transferring to the new system. So all the new Uncut system cameras will be out there. They're on a rotation, so there's going to be between 6 and 9 images at a time, switching. We're also looking at upgrading the sensors on all the city buildings. So when that alarm goes off on the sensor, it pulls up the corresponding camera. The officers can now zoom in on that. So all 14 screens that you saw on the wall will be active with every city building, and we're able to manipulate those cameras. If that's happening along with those live view cameras that you flock that you have approved the trial on, we can do the same from there. There's one central computer that they're able to manipulate the different views on the camera. We are exploring the opportunity to remodel the station, and the dispatch would be the main thing that we want to do. It is quite aged, and we need to throw some money at. We're going to top-notch system as far as cameras. We need the equipment and that's space for the office to do it.
That's what I was thinking about, like if we could find something, I had mentioned a couple of other items when I was there that I thought could use some improvement, and I was hoping, that I didn't see it in this budget specifically for that. That was one of the things I wanted to ask about, so we could look at that before our next meeting, because, I looked through there were like wires hanging, and I'm like, what is this, So, the cameras were all there, we're up and running and everything, but I just thought that, we could maybe add to that, we could add some more great things. And is there any, grants for that or anything like that?
Through the chair, definitely what we usually do is sit down regularly and talk about what can help the department and what's the priority. I think in this, your roof is, on there for TBA, which was one of the biggest priorities and stuff. But we also look how much federal forfeiture money is in there and stuff like that. So it's kind of those things too that's a pot we can dip into as well. But they also are really good about reaching out for grants and stuff. But we did the locker rooms and stuff. We thought that would help with recruitment. So going into the they've shared with me that the dispatch would be one of the next priority locations to work on, and that's where we're coming up with a game plan on that. But they're also doing a lot of work in there. I know a lot of the tiles are out of the ceilings and stuff because they're running from the cameras and stuff. So, but yeah, it's definitely it's aged in there, and we need to modernize that a little bit.
So I absolutely echo those sentiments. The building, you have to understand, it's late 80s, 87, 88. It has not been updated. We we hodgepodge some things. We have put some new flooring in, which was great. But there are many things that need to be updated. We have furniture that are only made 56. So yeah, there's some old stuff that came from our previous station that we still use for furniture. The roof is in desperate need of repair, which you would expect from the roof that's that old. Our HVAC system has been bad since I've been here, 33 years. They're looking at redoing that as well. So there are some things with the building, short of us tearing it down and starting from scratch, that are going to need to be updated. So it is finding some funding with that. Some of them, the money doesn't come from the police department too. Building grounds that handle things in their budgets. But yeah, any type of funding you'd love to give us, we're in. Happy with that.
Are we going to celebrate?
I guess a question, Chief, in terms of the budget, as you requested, was there anything that was denied from the administration, from the department had requested to the mayor's?
There were a couple of minor things. We wanted some new LED boards for training issues, but it wasn't necessarily denied. It's just the funding source that we selected was not approved. So we were told that we can address that at a later time. But yeah, no major, huge improvements to the station were requested or denied.
So, Councilwoman, at the end of the budget, we had mentioned that, we have some unencumbered ARPA funds, and certainly our fund balance, what we didn't cover, we didn't give we didn't allow Jason during the public hearing to kind of go over, but we'll certainly talk about it on the 28th, that we're at a 40%, a $20 million fund balance. And certainly there's, that any community would be envious of that. Does that allow us to, as a council, appreciate the mayor and the administration bringing things forward, but certainly working with the department heads, if that is something, that you're interested in. I don't know necessarily we're going to get it done by the approval of the budget, because you want to do the due diligence, but I think we as a council, I think it'd be good if we kind of, we looked at things that we think need to be addressed, or we're able to do small or medium-sized changes.
Through the chair.
Through the chair.
Yes.
I believe we've already put like 500 grand for cameras, right?
Through the chair, I think,
Yes.
I know we put 500 in the locker rooms, and then the cameras, Jeff would have to be coaching one on that.
Tip money and
Put cameras in the locker room.
No, not. We redid, the locker rooms, but, just to touch on what you were saying is that, reach out to us. I mean, you're talking that we're at 40% with our fund balance right now. Literally, it takes us, it's almost 3 years to get a fire truck.
Right.
So, we're looking at, because our fund balance is up there a little bit, we got a few grants in the hopper that we're requesting right now. But at the end of the day, we're probably going to come to you and maybe request using some fund balance to order these fire trucks and put that money aside for whenever we get them, whether we're here or not. At least we're getting in that, because it's 1,000 days to get a fire truck, and we roughly do.
Through the chair.
Councilman Johnson.
Also, at any time, any of us can bring a motion forward like we did with the lead service. So, next summer, this fall, if you want something, just talk about it, put it out there, vote